the last part of homework 2, proportions. A proportion is a fraction equal to a fraction. People usually like proportions because they can be solved by cross multiplying. An example would be x over 12 equals 6 over 9. When I say cross multiplying, I can multiply x times 9, and then I can multiply 12 times 6, which would be 72. And then I can solve the resulting equation, which is easily solved by dividing both sides by 9. So x is equal to 8. Let's do another example. Suppose I have 6 over x is equal to 5 over 8. So this by cross multiplying 5x equals 6 times 8 is 48. So I'm going to then divide both sides by 5. Give me that 1x, that goes to x, 48 fifths. Or I can make that a mixed number. 5 goes into 45 9 times the remainder of 3. Well, in this case I can actually make a decimal, 9.6. Okay, we can actually have more complicated fraction, and still there's a proportion. For example, x plus 2 over 5 equals x minus 4 over 3. Thing is, remember these are fractions, so there are invisible parentheses around these. And you've got to remember to put those in yourself. And now when I cross multiply, remember multiplication is commutative. You can multiply in either direction. So x plus 2 times 3 is the same as 3 times x plus 2. And this side will have 5 times x minus 4. Then, because they are in parentheses, I will distribute. Remember, in front of those x's, it's invisible 1, so if it's helpful to you, write those. So 3 times 1 is 3x. 3 times 2 is 6. On this side, I will get 5 times 1 for 5x, and 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. I want to get the x's on the same side, so I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides, giving me negative 2x plus 6. On the left, 5x and negative 5x is 0. 0 minus 20. Negative 20. Subtract 6 from both sides. Gives me that 0 there. negative 2x is negative 26. And then the last step is to divide both sides by negative 2. Negative 2 over negative 2 is 1. And a negative divided by a negative, remember, is a positive. So x equals 13 is my resulting solution. Okay, let's look at an example where this is used. It takes Jason 25 minutes to type 2 pages. How long will it take to type 5 pages? Well, it take him to type 5 pages. When we set up a proportion, we want to make sure that the same unit is in the top on both sides. So I'm going to put minutes on the top and pages on the bottom. You can do it the other way. You get the same answer. You just have to be consistent. So it takes him 25 minutes to do 2 pages. How long? I don't know how long. So I'm going to call this X. So how long, or X minutes, it will take for 5 pages. Now I can solve this by cross multiplying. 2x equals 25 times 5, which is 125, divided by 2, so x equals what? 62.5, and remember on the top was minutes, so 62.5 minutes is my answer. Okay. Similarly, a 50-pound patient needs 3 milligrams of a certain drug. How many milligrams for a 180-pound patient? Okay, you decide what's on the top and what's on the bottom. Let's put pounds on the top, milligrams on the bottom. It's 50 pounds, 3 milligrams. How many milligrams? I don't know. 180 pounds. Cross multiply. 50 times x, 3 times 180, let's see, 3 times 8, 540, divide both sides by 50, that can be reduced by 10, giving me 54 over 5, or what? 10.8. So 10.8 what? I asked about milligrams, so 10.8 milligrams. These are proportions, and that's the end of homework 2.